There comes a time in every person's life when the weight of the world feels unbearable, when the obstacles ahead seem impossible to overcome, when the pain, the doubt, the fear, and the struggle whisper in your ear, give up. But I'm here to tell you, God is testing you. And the question isn't whether you will face trials. The question is, will you quit? See, God never promised an easy road. He never said the path to greatness would be paved with comfort. No, he said you would be tested. He said you would be challenged. He said you would walk through fire, but he also said he would be with you. Think about it. Every single hardship you faced has been a lesson, a moment of preparation. That heartbreak, that failure, that pain, it wasn't sent to destroy you, it was sent to shape you, because growth doesn't happen in ease. It happens in struggle. Life is full of challenges and no one is exempt from trials. Every person, no matter how strong, successful, or faithful, will face hardships that test their will to continue. These moments often feel overwhelming, as if the weight of the world is pressing down, leaving no room to breathe. But here's the truth. Trials are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to shape you, to mold you into something stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. When hardship comes, many people ask, why me? They wonder why they are facing so many difficulties while others seem to have it easy. But what if the struggle is not a punishment, but a preparation? What if God is not trying to break you, but to build you? What if every battle you face is meant to sharpen you, to equip you with the tools you need for the future? Look at the greatest warriors in history, the strongest leaders, the most resilient individuals. None of them became great without adversity. They endured pain, loss, failure, and doubt, yet they kept moving forward. Pain is often the greatest teacher. It reveals weaknesses that need to be strengthened. It forces you to adapt, to grow, and to push past limits you never thought you could surpass. Without resistance, muscles do not grow. Without struggle, character does not develop. The strongest trees are the ones that have faced the fiercest storms because their roots have been forced to dig deeper. Your trials are doing the same for you. Every hardship is an opportunity to build resilience, faith, and perseverance. One of the biggest lies people believe is that life is supposed to be easy. That if they are good, kind, and faithful, they should never struggle. But the truth is, even the most righteous people in history faced enormous trials. David, before he became a king, was hunted and forced to hide in caves. Joseph was sold into slavery and imprisoned before he rose to power. Jesus himself faced betrayal, suffering, and death before his greatest victory. If they had to endure hardship to fulfill their purpose, why should our path be any different? It is easy to lose faith when everything is falling apart, when nothing seems to be going right, when every effort feels like it leads to another setback. Quitting can feel like the only option, but quitting is a choice, and it is always the easiest one to make. Walking away, giving up, accepting defeat, those things require no strength. What requires strength is standing back up even when you don't feel like it. It's taking another step forward when every part of you is telling you to stop. True faith is not believing when things are easy. It is believing when everything seems impossible. There will be days when you feel like you have nothing left, when the pain, the exhaustion, the doubt, and the fear feel too strong. But those are the moments that define you. Will you let the hardship break you, or will you rise above it? God is watching, and He is waiting to see what you will do. Will you prove that you are ready for the next level, or will you allow the struggle to defeat you? You have a choice. You can see trials as burdens, or you can see them as opportunities. You can let challenges wear you down, or you can let them refine you. The fire you are walking through is not meant to consume you. It is meant to purify you, to burn away the weakness, the doubt, the fear, and to leave behind something unbreakable. So when life tests you and God puts a challenge in your path, ask yourself this: will you quit or will you fight? Pain is something we all try to avoid. It's uncomfortable, it's exhausting, and at times it feels unbearable. But the reality is, pain is not the enemy. Pain is a teacher. It is a sculptor shaping you into the person you were meant to become. Without pain, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no strength. Every difficult moment, every hardship, every failure you endure is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to develop resilience and become stronger than you were before. The problem is that most people want success, happiness, and fulfillment without having to go through the struggle it takes to get there. They want the rewards without the work, the results without the sacrifice. But life doesn't work that way. Growth does not come from comfort. It comes from pushing through discomfort, from stepping outside of what feels easy and familiar, and embracing the challenges that force you to evolve. Look at anything in nature. Muscles don't grow without being broken down first. Diamonds don't form without intense pressure, and trees don't develop deep roots without enduring storms. The same principle applies to you. You will never reach your full potential if you only seek comfort and avoid struggle. Think about the greatest moments of progress in your life. They probably didn't come from times when everything was easy. They came from times when you were pushed to your limits, when you had no choice but to dig deep and find strength you didn't even know you had. Maybe it was after a failure that forced you to learn and adapt. Maybe it was after a loss that made you appreciate what you had. Maybe it was after a setback that tested your perseverance. Whatever the case, those moments of pain shaped you, prepared you, and gave you the experience you needed to move forward. People who embrace pain as part of the journey become unstoppable. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity. They don't run from difficulty, they run toward it. They know that the struggle isn't there to punish them, it's there to prepare them. They understand that growth only happens when you lean into the discomfort and keep going, even when every part of you wants to stop. That's what separates those who succeed from those who quit. It's not talent, intelligence, or luck. It's the ability to keep moving forward in the face of adversity. When you hit a low point, when everything seems to be going wrong, when the pain feels overwhelming, you have two choices. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can allow the difficulty to convince you that you're not strong enough, or you can use it as proof that you are capable of enduring more than you ever thought possible. The pain will either make you or break you, and that decision is entirely up to you. The key is to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing pain as something to avoid, start seeing it as part of the process. Instead of running from struggle, embrace it as an opportunity to grow. Every time you push through difficulty, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you build resilience. Every time you step into discomfort, instead of retreating from it, you level up. That's how you grow. That's how you become the person you were meant to be. So the next time you face a challenge, remember this: growth doesn't happen in ease. It happens in the struggle. It happens when you refuse to back down, when you push past your limits, when you embrace the pain and keep moving forward. Because in the end, the pain won't last forever, but the strength you gain from it will. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It can paralyze you, keep you stuck, and convince you that you're not capable of moving forward. It whispers in your ear, reminding you of every past failure, every mistake, and every doubt you had. Fear thrives in uncertainty, feeding off your insecurities and magnifying every obstacle in front of you. But here's the truth: fear is a liar. It creates illusions that seem real, but they are only as powerful as you allow them to be. The only way to overcome fear is through faith. Faith and fear cannot coexist. One will always overpower the other. When fear controls your life, it limits you. It keeps you from taking risks, from stepping into your purpose, and from becoming the person you were meant to be. Fear will always give you reasons to quit, to stay in your comfort zone, and to avoid challenges. It will tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. But faith speaks a different language. Faith tells you that no matter how hard things get, you are never alone. Faith reminds you that every struggle has a purpose, every challenge is an opportunity, and every setback is a setup for something greater. The problem is that most people put more trust in their fears than in their faith. They believe their doubts more than they believe in their potential. They listen to the voice that says, "What if I fail?" instead of the one that says, "What if this works out?" They focus on everything that could go wrong instead of believing that things could go right. But faith requires a shift in perspective. It requires you to trust in something greater than yourself. It demands that you step forward even when you don't know exactly how things will turn out. Faith doesn't mean the path will be easy. It means you trust that no matter what, you will find a way through. Faith is what gives people the courage to keep going when everything around them says to stop. It's what allows someone to take the first step toward a dream, even when they don't have all the answers. Faith is what makes a person get back up after a failure, believing that the setback was just part of the process. Without faith, people give up too soon. They quit when things get hard because they don't see the bigger picture. But those who walk by faith understand that struggles are temporary. They know that pain is part of the journey, but victory is on the other side. When life tests you, fear will try to take over. It will make you question your abilities, your purpose, and your path. It will tempt you to play it safe, to settle, and to avoid anything that feels uncomfortable. But faith demands action. It requires you to push past your doubts and take steps forward, even when you don't have all the answers. Faith isn't about waiting until you feel ready. It's about moving forward despite uncertainty. It's about trusting that no matter what happens, you will be okay. The strongest people in the world aren't those who never feel fear. They are the ones who refuse to let fear control them. They choose faith over doubt, action over hesitation, and perseverance over quitting. They understand that fear is a natural part of the process, but they refuse to let it stop them. Every great achievement in history started with someone who chose faith over fear. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every victory happened because someone decided to believe in the possibility of success more than they feared the possibility of failure. That same choice is in front of you. You can live your life ruled by fear, or you can step out in faith and see what you are truly capable of. The choice is yours. Quitting is the easiest thing in the world to do. It requires no effort, no strength, and no discipline. Anyone can quit when life gets tough, when the obstacles seem too big, and when the pain feels unbearable. Giving up is always the simple option, the one that provides immediate relief. But quitting comes at a cost far greater than the struggle itself. It robs you of growth, of progress, and of the chance to become the person you were meant to be. The truth is, anything worth having in life requires struggle. Success, strength, and resilience are not handed out freely. They are earned through perseverance, through pushing forward when everything inside you wants to stop. When you quit, you deny yourself the opportunity to discover what you're truly capable of. You never get to see how strong you really are because you stop before you reach the other side of the battle. That's the tragedy of quitting. It keeps you stuck in the same place, never allowing you to experience the victory that could have been yours. Most people quit because they focus on how hard something is rather than on how much they are capable of overcoming. They let pain dictate their decisions instead of realizing that pain is only temporary. The discomfort of pushing forward will pass, but the regret of quitting lasts forever. When you quit, you have to live with the question, what if I just kept going? That question will haunt you far more than any pain you are experiencing in the moment. Think about the times in your life when you wanted to give up but didn't. Maybe it was during a difficult time in school, a challenging period in your career, or a personal battle that seemed impossible to win. Now look at where you are today because you chose to keep going. Every struggle you have overcome has made you stronger. Every challenge you have faced has given you experience, wisdom, and resilience. But if you had quit, you never would have known what was on the other side of that difficulty. The problem is that most people quit too soon. They give up right before they are about to break through. They stop when things get tough, not realizing that the breakthrough they are looking for is just past the point of struggle. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the ones who simply refused to quit. They kept going when others stopped. They pushed forward when others gave in. They didn't allow temporary pain to stop them from reaching their goals. Quitting becomes a habit. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. If you quit once, it becomes easier to quit again. Soon, you find yourself walking away from every challenge, never really giving yourself a chance to grow. But perseverance is also a habit. The more you push through, the more resilient you become. You train yourself to keep going no matter what, to endure pain and struggle because you know that victory is on the other side. Life is going to test you. There will be times when everything seems impossible, when you feel like you have nothing left. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when you have to decide, will I be the person who quits or will I be the person who fights? The choice is yours. You can take the easy way out or you can push forward and become stronger than you ever imagined. So when you feel like quitting, remember this, the pain is temporary. The struggle will pass. But if you quit now, you'll never know what could have been. Don't let fear, doubt, or exhaustion stop you from becoming the person you were meant to be. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Because on the other side of the battle is the victory that belongs to you. Every struggle you face in life is not meant to defeat you. It is meant to prepare you. Too often, people look at challenges as obstacles blocking their path when in reality, they are stepping stones to something greater. Every difficult situation, every setback, and every hardship is shaping you into the person you need to be. God does not waste pain. He does not put you through struggles for no reason. He is preparing you, molding you, and strengthening you for what is to come. Look at the most successful, strongest, and most resilient people in history. None of them had an easy path. Before David became king, he spent years running for his life, hiding in caves and facing enemies who wanted to destroy him. Before Joseph rose to power, he was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison for a crime he did not commit. Even Jesus himself faced suffering, rejection, and immense trials before fulfilling his purpose. If all of these great men had to go through pain before stepping into their destiny, why should your journey be any different? The problem is that most people want success without struggle. They want the rewards without the process. But life doesn't work that way. If God gave you everything you wanted without preparation, you wouldn't be able to handle it. The struggle is where you develop the discipline, patience, and resilience you need to carry the blessings that are waiting for you. A person who has never faced hardship will never be strong enough to hold on to success when it comes. That is why the process matters. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. You can see it as an attack meant to break you, or you can see it as training meant to build you. Perspective is everything. The moment you shift your mindset and start seeing trials as preparation instead of punishment, everything changes. Instead of complaining about the difficulty, you start embracing it. Instead of running from struggle, you start facing it head on, knowing that it is shaping you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. Think about the hardest moments in your life, the times when you thought you wouldn't make it, the moments when you felt like giving up. Now look at yourself today. You survived. You pushed through. And whether you realize it or not, those moments made you stronger. They prepared you for what you have now. The pain you went through from the past equipped you with the strength you need in the present. But here's the thing, if you quit in the middle of the process, you never reach the other side. You never see what all that struggle was leading to. Too many people give up too soon because they can't see the bigger picture. They don't realize that their pain is a setup for something greater. They walk away when things get hard, not knowing that if they had just held on a little longer, their breakthrough was right around the corner. But God is not testing you to destroy you, He's testing you to elevate you. Every great leader, every strong warrior, and every successful person had to go through seasons of struggle before they stepped into their pulsar. The question is, will you endure the process or will you give up before you see what it was all for? If you refuse to quit, if you trust that every hardship has a purpose, and if you keep pushing forward even when it feels impossible, one day you'll look back and realize that every battle, every tear, And every challenge was preparing you for something far greater than you ever imagined. Stay strong. Keep going. You are being prepared for something incredible. You have a choice to make. Every single day in every situation you are faced with a decision. Will you quit or will you keep going? Will you let the hardships of life break you or will you rise above them? The choice is yours and it will determine everything about your future. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, intelligence, or potential. They fail because they give up. They allow temporary pain to convince them that it will last forever. They let fear of failure stop them from ever trying. They listen to the voice in their head that tells them they're not strong enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. But those who succeed, those who break through every limitation are the ones who refuse to quit, no matter how hard it gets. Life is going to test you. It's not a matter of if you will face challenges, but when. You will experience loss, setbacks, rejection, and failure. There will be moments when you feel like everything is falling apart, when it seems like no matter how hard you try, you're not making any progress. In those moments, you have two options. You can surrender to the struggle, or you can push forward. Most people choose the easy way out. They let the pain defeat them. They convince themselves that they were never meant to succeed, that maybe they should settle for something less. But settling is just another form of quitting. It's choosing comfort over growth, fear over faith, and regret over resilience. You are not meant to quit. You are meant to endure. You are meant to push through every hardship, to fight through every battle, and to rise above every obstacle. The struggles you face are not there to destroy you. They are there to strengthen you. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a chance to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you ever imagined. Now think about the people you admire, the ones who have achieved greatness. None of them had an easy path. They had to work harder than everyone else. They had to keep going when everything inside them wanted to stop. They had moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments when quitting would have been the easiest option, but they chose to keep fighting. That is what separates the successful from the average. It's not luck. It's not some special talent. It's the relentless refusal to quit. There will be days when you feel like you can't take another step, when the weight of your burdens feels too heavy to carry, when the pain, the exhaustion, and the doubt seem overwhelming. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when you must dig deep and find the strength to keep going. Because just beyond the pain is the breakthrough you've been waiting for. If you quit now, you will never know what could have been. You will never see the person you were meant to become. You will never experience the victory that was waiting for you on the other side of the struggle. Quitting guarantees failure. But if you keep going, if you refuse to let the struggle defeat you, then success, whatever that looks like for you, is inevitable. So make the choice. Decide right now that you will not give up no matter what life throws at you. Decide that no amount of pain, fear, or failure will stop you from becoming the person you were meant to be. Because in the end, the only way to truly fail is to quit. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep going. Your future self will thank you.